I'm Benoy Joseph, Faculty of Social Science, Silver Hills Higher Secondary School, Kozhikode. Today we are going to discuss a topic of 10th standard geography, landscape analysis through maps. In this, I'm going to take the part grid reference. It is actually a complicated one for certain students. That is why I am making this video for them. Now, the important points of this chapter is grid reference, eastings, northings, 4-figure grid references, and 6-figure grid references. Now we'll see what is meant by a grid reference. In topo sheets, including red lines in the north, south, and east-west direction, the north-south lines are called eastings, and the east-west lines are called northings. The grids formed jointly by eastings and the northings are called as grid references. Now, what is meant by grid reference? The grids formed jointly by the eastings and the northings are called grid references. Now we'll see detail. Here we can see a topo sheet. Here we can see the red lines which passes through as a grid. This north-south lines we called it as eastings, and the west and east, or we can call it as east to west lines, we call it as the northings. Now, grid references is the determination of the position of the terrestrial objects using this grid. Now we can see what is meant by eastings. The eastings, these are the north-south. These are the north-south lines. Their value increases towards the east. When we are moving towards the east, the value increases. We can see 15, 16, 17, 18 likewise. The value of the eastings immediately, when we are going for the grid references, we have to find the grid line points. The value of the eastings we can find by immediately left to the geographical features is considered for identifying a location. This is all about eastings. Now, what is meant by northings? These lines, these are the lines drawn in the east-west direction. These are the lines which draw from the east-west, from here to here, east-west direction. Their value is increasing towards the north. When we are moving towards the north, its value increases 75, 76, 77, 78. Now, when we are going for the grid references, the value of the northings immediately to the south of the feature, immediately after the south of the feature in the map is considered to identify a grid reference. That is about northings. Now we can move towards how we can find it by using these northings and the eastings, northing and eastings, to find the grid references. This is actually a topo sheet. We're having different types of grids. How we are finding? It's a short form. First of all, we had to find 4-figure grid reference. 4-figure grid reference. In the 4-figure grid reference method, the value of the eastings to the immediate left of the feature is to be written first. Then the value of the northing just south of the feature is to be written. This positioning method is known as 4-figure grid reference. How is this possible in an easy way? Now we can see a grid reference. Here we are having a star. Here we are having a star. Now we are going to find the grid reference of this star. Now, first of all, there is a short form. We had to walk towards a corridor. I am walking towards the corridor. Now I am walking along with the grid. Now, first of all, we had to go through the eastings. Now, we had to go through the eastings. Now, we can find the eastings as 52. Now, I am walking along with the corridor upward, walking through the corridor and afterwards upward, where we can find the northings, that is 19. That is 52 is the eastings and the 19 it's the northings. It's an easy method for calculating the grid reference. Now we'll see this one, how it is. Walking towards the corridor to find the pond. Now here, yes, I am walking through. The grid reference immediately towards the pond is 52. 52. Now I am going up. We can find the same. When we are going up, it's the 18. 52, 18. It's the 4-figure grid reference. Now, the next point is 6-figure grid reference. Relatively smaller geographical features are generally located through the 6-figure grid reference method. While determining the location of the geographical features, value of the easting to the left of its is to be written first. Then divide the area up to the next eastings into 10 equal parts. Then find the exact division on which the geographical feature is located and write it next to the value of eastings already found. This is the method we are using to find 6-figure. Now we can see how it is. Now this is the location we had to find, this triangle. Now along the corridor we are passing. Along the corridor we are passing, we have got 15. Now we are going for the 6-figure grid reference. Now this entire grid being divided into equal 9. It's already given there. Then afterwards what happened? We just move away 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is the center. Now it is 15, 5. Now again we are moving to upwards. Now it is 76. It's 76. We can see here the 76. Along the corridor we are going up. We can see this one, 76. Now after 76 we are dividing it into 10 equal parts. Actually we are writing only 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the 10th. Now here in the 6th grid reference we are calculating 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And even here it is the main 6. Now the grid reference is 15, 5, 7, 6, 6 is the grid reference of this triangle. It's actually the triangle which is shown. Now we can see the grid references here. We can easily find these grids. For example, here we are going to find this lighthouse. Along the corridor we are walking. Till here we got, it's 85. It's 85 the eastings. And south to the location it's 37. By using the 4-figure grid reference it's 85, 37. Now when we are moving towards the 6-figure grid reference, we have to divide it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And here in the northings also the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's only a small appropriation by this. Now we can find it by using the 4-figure itself. 85 is the eastings. Now we'll move towards here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it's around. It's somewhat 4. 85, 4 is the eastings. Now we'll move towards the northings. It's 37. Then we can find the last point, 6-figure grid reference. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's around 4. Now the answer is 85, 43, 74. It's the 6-figure grid reference. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 numericals. That is why it's called it as a 6-figure grid reference. These are the significant learning outcomes we are gathered from this point. Locates the exact position of the geographical features on topo sheet based on the concept of grid reference. The extended activity you can do it is, you notice the line and other things in the topo sheet. Please go through and find out the 4-figure and 6-figure grid reference. Thank you.